Surprise! Welcome back to my channel, and surprise, I leased a new storefront. I am so excited to take you guys along this journey with me. If you've been following along for a while, you know that our storefront before was in Sarasota, but we were in the UTC mall. And just with the fact that they moved us from a huge space to a super small space, and then a lot of things were hard in the mall with theft and the hours and all of that kind of stuff. So when I decided to close the mall, I was upset because I live in Sarasota. So I have a store in St. Pete, 45 minutes from me. The St. Pete store isn't going anywhere, so don't think that. I'm really excited to have 2 store locations again, and the girls that work at St. Pete are literally phenomenal. They're amazing, so they're gonna keep that store running while I turn this into my dream space. I just cannot wait to take you guys along on this journey with me again. And this is gonna be an exciting one because this one definitely needs some TLC and some DIYs. So I'm gonna give you the empty store tour right now. Okay guys, this is the outside of her. She definitely needs a lot of TLC. The awning, we're either taking it down or getting a new one. I want it down, but apparently the city says you have to have an awning, even though not everyone here has an awning. But as you can see, there's lots of TLC this building needs. So we need to like power wash out here. I have to scrape this off. Maybe like the first thing I do. But what's nice and what I love is that it is so busy out here. It took us like a few minutes to be able to have a little lull in people to do this video without anyone walking by. So, all right, empty tour starting here. My store right now in St. Pete doesn't have this. A window that goes like floor to ceiling and then also like kind of like goes in. So I can have this all be like mannequins in an actual window display, which is gonna be really nice. Okay, I guess I could take my sunglasses off now. So that'll be really, really nice. And then over here, there's like a little bit of like a ledge. So we're gonna have to kind of work with that. I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing with that. They also left this really nice hutch, and black isn't really my thing, but I might paint it white because it wouldn't be that bad. And plus it's actually like, I don't know if it works, but it actually has lights, so that's cool. And they also left us with this really pretty chandelier. So they left us with some cool stuff, but they also left us with like holes in the ceiling and this really crazy blue color with like nails. Like the amount of like nails and like hooks in the ceiling we're gonna have to take out is gonna be a lot. So that's that. I love this thing right here, okay? So this is really cool. It has some slat wall, and then it also has like some of these, I don't know what you call them, the little peg things in the wall, and they have shelves, and they definitely need to be cleaned up, okay? They need to be cleaned up. But what's really nice about this is like, this is such a statement piece, so I feel like I can use this for jewelry, a lot of different gifts, and also shoes would be really cool here as well. So I'm excited for that. I don't love that at the end here, it's like mirrored, and it almost looks like some of the pieces have been like replaced. So I'm either gonna like wallpaper it, or I don't know. We're gonna have to see what happens with that, or just like do something DIY for now. But what's so nice is we have so much more space in the store, like so much more floor space for actual retail. So I am definitely gonna be carrying more gifts here. I've thought about carrying some babies, some men's, we'll see. So not like a ton. Obviously, we're still gonna stay true to what we know, but I also really wanted a space, like my dream space, I was manifesting it for so long, was a space on Main Street in Sarasota, like not on St. Armand's because of flooding and because of like just so much like tourist people walking around, which obviously I like tourist people, but you know, sometimes they're just like wasting time. Well, there's a car alarm and I don't know how long that's gonna be on for, so we're just gonna talk over it. Anyway, so I wanted Main Street. And so but I also wanted a specific like 2 blocks on Main Street. And if you know Sarasota, you probably know like the 2 blocks, obviously. So the fact that I found this place, and then also my dream was to, Cody's football is playing behind me and he's filming me right now. So he's like trying to watch football as he films me, but so one of the things I really, really, really wanted was a store that was already kind of set up as a retail store, only because it's gonna make my life so much easier. So if it was already set up as like a restaurant or a med spa or something like that, it would make my life a lot harder. Now, this place already has a counter and dressing room, so we'll continue on with the tour. The other thing is too, is that there are these like little fixtures, and while I probably won't use like something like this, I can probably reuse this mirror, frame it, put it the other way, do something like that. So like I said, lots of DIYs and lots of cleaning. This counter is really nice. I wouldn't say that this particular countertop matches our like brands, but we're gonna make it work because it's already here. But this needs a fresh coat of paint. And if I show you the behind here, oh my gosh, it's pretty dirty. It's pretty dirty back here. The floor is a little messy. No one's gonna see this but us, but this also needs to be like magically erased, bleached, and also a fresh coat of paint. So we're also gonna be doing that. There's so much painting. So Cody, get ready. There's lots of painting that needs to be done. And then this is interesting. It's almost like, it feels like siding to a house. I know it's flat wall, but again, I don't really know. I feel like this is not going to be used. Look at all of these things. I don't really know what we would use these for necessarily, but we'll either keep them, do something with them, be creative, or figure out something else. Now, like I said, I really wanted a place with dressing rooms. So this place does have dressing rooms. I don't know if like it was a retail store like a long time ago, or like it was a retail store before, but it was like a place where they sold like tarot card readings and rocks and like things like that. And so I don't think they needed like dressing rooms. I actually think some of these rooms were used for like, again, like tarot card reads, like massage, something like that. So they ended up actually, it looks like 2 dressing rooms, but they ended up actually taking out the wall in here. So unfortunately, there's no wall between the dressing rooms. But as you can see here, there was a wall at some point. And like, I don't know, like what's this doing here too? So just the most random things that need to be like uninstalled from the walls, and then a new wall installed here. But the nice thing is we'll have 4 big dressing rooms. This has a nice door to it. However, I want them all to match, and the rest of them have these like super dirty closet doors, which is kind of odd. So all the doors are going to be coming out, and what we're going to do is just do like curtains, because I feel like that's going to be like a cute boutique vibe anyway. And then in here is kind of like the same thing. I think these might be actually a little bit deeper, but these curtains need to go, these need to go. Again, some of the first things we're going to be doing, and then another wall in between. So that's that. And then I'm thinking here, I got this really cool mirror on Facebook Marketplace for like $300, but it is the coolest mirror ever. It's like better than the Anthropology one, and it's huge. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put it like right here, and then do like, you know, a little sitting area and things like that, because it'll be super cute for selfies and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like this would be a good place to have people like sit and like relax as they're waiting for someone to try on. Okay, so this is literally just my dream space. I'm just so excited, you guys. Sorry, the lighting is gonna get worse and worse as we come back here, but this room, so as you can see, there is these little, like, I call them saloon doors. What? That light just like randomly turned on. You see that? Mm-hmm. All right, so coming back here, I call these like my little saloon doors. I actually love the accents on them. They just, again, need to be like painted and cleaned up a little bit. But before that, which kind of separates like the front room from the back room, is this room right here. And it does have a cute little chandelier in here, which maybe I'll like reuse somewhere else. But my thoughts with this room were to kind of have like our shoes in here, because we do sell a lot of shoes and they take up a lot of space with like boxes and stuff. So I was thinking that we put in like all of our shelves for shoe boxes in here. I don't know, just because it's like right off of the sales floor so we can easily grab them. If that is not the case, and that like if we need more room or something, I was thinking this could even be like a sale room or something like that, so it's kind of like hidden, but it's kind of like a secret gem. So we'll see. But coming back here, and my apologies if the lighting is getting worse and worse in this video, but this is gonna be what I think is gonna be my office. Literally look at the holes in here. Like, what were they doing on these walls? But I'm gonna make this into like an office room, something really cozy, something where I can actually get some work done, be here as closest to out here. And then I have this space right here. So there's a bathroom, nothing crazy, it's just a bathroom, painted navy blue, which isn't my first choice, but you know. Then over here, we have these like cabinets. So I don't know if we could fit like a mini fridge or something like that, but but it would be nice to kind of have like this be like a break area-ish, because although it's like a weird space, I feel like we can kind of make it into like a cutie little area. And then over in here, I kind of have this extra room where I'll probably do like backstock in. It's kind of like a weird space because it's not very big, but I feel like we could fit a decent amount of backstock with like double racks in here and stuff like that. So that's what that's gonna be used for. And then over here, there's just basic utilities. Not even gonna show you that, it's crazy, kind of creepy in there, like little utility closet, the back door, and then there is the upstairs. So I will take you upstairs with me now. Okay, so upstairs you will find, this is going to be my content room. The lighting, I apologize, not very good on this video because I cannot get the lights to work up here quite yet, but this is gonna be perfect for content because we have natural light. I have a view of a great little parking garage, and we are probably gonna do like, yeah, it's really dirty. We're probably gonna do like a mirror or something right here so I can like use like the natural light. And my goal for this too is to have like all of our ring lights and box lights and stuff all kind of like connected into one. So that way I don't have to like come up here and reset up everything every single time I go to shoot. I can just go ahead, come upstairs and be like, okay, like this is the few things I have to shoot, step on like a little button and all the lights come on so that it's like super simple. So there's like random little wires that we have to hide over here. I don't know what they're doing there. These little shelves, things like that, but we could really brighten up the space, and I feel like it's gonna be so perfect because all the content is just gonna be up here and like out of the way, because as you guys know, it gets messy. And then last but not least, over here, we'll probably do like some like white curtains or something cuter than whatever this is. But I wonder if honestly this room could like, this is just kind of like a random wall, and they literally just have this like vent. Like I wonder if we can actually just make this like a part of the room. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. You don't have to get complicated. But back here is obviously just gonna be like storage. So there's random fixtures. Oh my God, wait, I was looking for a card spinner. I can use this. I can use this. Wait, that's so exciting. Okay, I don't know how to get that. Oh my God, what are these? So they left us random things. But point being is that I can actually empty out my garage and random things. We have some shelves and stuff up here. So this little extra space is amazing. All right, guys, well, that is the empty store tour, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so excited. Definitely follow me on Instagram and Poppy Jane on Instagram and on TikTok as well. I'll be posting lots of behind the scenes, again, making this place my dream space. So follow along, like this video, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.